Okay, yeah, so we are in episode 42 of the 248K mod Factorio run on Ribbon World with a little rail grid. Bots are busy getting things done. They're complaining about not having the cores, which I haven't given them yet because we don't have the power grid for it, and then also the mod specific energy providers for those cores that I'm still currently handcrafting, and then a bunch of power poles. So yeah, there's still just a lot of things to go and do. I think we're setting up more of this Logimol stuff because we need more Logimol things. And one of the things that struck me that I need over here somewhere are pipes. So we're just going to do this, and then we're going to have bots are going to take as long as they need to get. I just have a lot of pipes. Pipes are useful for a lot of more things. Yeah, we're going to set some recipes when bots get around to building this, whenever that happens. Bots are apparently kind of busy. Oh well. Because there were still also things in this old mall that we can just kind of clip out now. Like, I don't think I need this belt storage here. I don't need to be making inserters, not inserters, splitters here. These things, we've also got Logimold elsewhere. I think you're going to need some more power poles there, aren't you? Yeah, inserters I guess can stay here for a while, but I don't think we need this logistic provider making pipes. I don't think we need to make pipes here at all. I'm still making yellow ammunition. Okay, sure. And then there's assemblers and chem plants and things like that I don't think we need either. And then the other thing was, yeah, I guess these guys can also, yeah, we'll just continue to clip. I think some of these power poles are still connecting this science block elsewhere, but we'll just clip some of those things out. Yeah, and I don't think that belt needs to exist there at all either. We're just going to get some more long-headed inserters and do that with long-headed inserters to keep the science going. And yeah, move all of these things back to, yeah, move most of this mall function to the Logimall, as it turns out. Because yeah, I need batteries as well, don't I? In fact, none of these batteries are doing anything anymore. Like, they were the old bot build that we don't need anymore. Lithium batteries are also a thing that I wanted to do differently. And then, didn't I put these in the other Logimall? Don't I have these? I do have these over here, but they are not running because they're waiting for pipes. Yes, and they've also got regular fast inserters, which I think I'm probably fine with. Yeah, sure. Did those guys haven't gone on yet? Okay, fine. That still means that we can get rid of, like, this entire section of belt up here was just to be doing, and in fact all of this stuff and all of this stuff. This was only to be making these nuclear power plant bits the first time around, and we kind of don't need them anymore, which means we don't need any of this. And then we're going back here to, yeah, this, in fact, even to here. And then we're just making those power poles there, and then, yeah, then we need to get batteries, we need to get more lithium batteries. Things we did last time, including making more rich water, for which we have these canisters, but we also need lithium to kick that off, don't we? This is going to make lithium batteries. How many are you requesting? You're requesting quite a reasonable number. We're okay with it. Okay. And then we also need it because I've taken away the thing that was making... Yeah, I think we're just going to... that's not the control V I wanted. We've taken away the thing that was making underground pipes in the other bit of the mall, so I think we're just going to, yeah, these things don't have requests set on them at all, but I think I still want bots to just have a lot of these so I can just turn up later and, yeah, so I can turn up later and just set recipes of things that I want Logimold, and it's probably fine, and we've got enough charging ports around the place that these things are going to do everything they need to. And yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, those guys still aren't built. Okay, fine. Yeah, things to do today include getting this new rich water running, which kind of isn't yet, which... there were actually other things I was going to do first, wasn't there? Yeah, because I currently have no batteries in the Logimall, but that's fine. We're going to wander over to, yeah, bots still just doing all the things. Bot storage doing stuff as well. Lab's doing stuff, which is nice. Yeah, over here is, I reckon, not too far away from where all my Logimall stuff is happening. And I don't think I need a lot of lithium. And there's already this box of this thing in the rich water on this side of the base that's making some amount of stuff from the dirty water that's here. So I think all we do is, this is now in the logistics network, and we make this a whole lot bigger, and then we set this to, instead of 20, to say 800. These things stack to like 50 or something, right? Is one of these things? Nah, I'm not gonna get how many it stacks do from there. Okay, fine. Yeah, so we're still only going to process out this water. These things are kind of a positive dirty water loop. We get more dirty water out than we put in, even when we're using it to make all the lithium. But this will also mean that, I mean, actually a couple of failure modes here, aren't there? That it's possible that this thing, actually no, this is probably still going to keep running, even if Logibots pull out all the lithium, because chances are this inserter will get the lithium from the logistics network before the bots get it. So the rich water probably shouldn't stop, which is nice. But I want a bunch of lithium, because we've got to go and make the new rich water run, because I think we're going to need a lot of rich water. There's a bunch of techs turning up that all are doing things that suggest I'm going to need a lot of gold and titanium and stuff like that that needs rich water. So we'll go deal with that just briefly. Yeah, mostly I wanted to see if I can get the new nuclear reactors running either like this episode or very soon. Yeah, this is the stuff that doesn't have the lithium yet. These guys actually also need power. Power is one of the important things about something running. And then, why are both of these train stations? So, okay, so the tanks at the bottom don't have stuff because they're the rich water that I should be making here. These tanks didn't get their train station, but these should be... What is that train station supposed to be? It's supposed to be water. And yeah, then this train station here got clipped out, so we'll just put that back like so. And do I have train stations? I have train stations, okay. Because that means I can just go and build this, and then not worry about having to worry about which bots have those jobs, and we should just see a train turning up here when it gets enough water. There's also not a lot of fuel requests around here, are there? Let's tack a couple of those in, just so that trains are happy. There's a pipe in the way over there. Down here I can have another one here. Does this mean that the other rich water also doesn't have a whole lot of good train fuel request support? That's possibly also a thing that I should briefly look at. Yeah, so all of those things, these things actually won't start yet, will they? Because we haven't given them... They need the canisters. I don't know if this is enough canisters. And they also need some amount of lithium. You got... Yeah, so now we're making these full canisters. We need these power poles to happen so that these guys can get their crushed coal. But we have just sorted out the corrosive solution, which is nice. And then, do I still have... I do still have the fuel request in the paste buffer. Because somewhere there were trains that did not have fuel requests. So let's go and sort that out in this other node as well, which is of course going to make a train transition a little more challenging to manage, because there's going to be more places that we're going to have train fuel that we need to swap out. But never mind. Okay, so that's probably all done. And then this is going to get... Yeah, this is going to do the same loop that it always did, which is probably fine. And yeah... Okay, so bot's doing lots of things. I was going to go and take... Yeah, I was going to go and check on... I needed to bring batteries in here, and I also wanted to bring blue chips in here, didn't I? I think those are some more train stations we can set up in the train station world. I don't think I've set the pipes recipe yet. The underground pipes was also a recipe that needed to be set. Fuel reprocessing is still not a thing that's actually running. And then Logibot corrosive solution canisters were also a thing that needed to happen. Yeah, so over here, these guys just want to be making us a lot of pipes. And set the recipe of the ghost as well. And you guys, yeah, you guys just go hard, it'll be fine. Then, don't get hit by anything. These guys still have not built all those things. Okay, fine. We're going to do the... I don't think we've got either batteries or blue chips in here. No, but some of these things are still... Okay, so we've got two that do have the logistics connection, but don't have any actual thing, which is fine. That's actually the preferred way of doing things, because we want to find a batteries request station like this, and figure out which one, this one here. How many? Yeah, less than 500 batteries in the logistics network. Request a train. That's fine. And then blue chips was the other thing I wanted, wasn't it? Of which we don't need many blue chips for this bit of the logistics thing. So let's find, is this, yeah, this one here is the blue chips that's in the modules upgrade build, and I've forgotten again how far I got. Yep, is connected. Okay, so now we're requesting blue chips and we're requesting batteries, and then lithium batteries are getting made here, which is fine, and then we've also got lithium in the logistics network, which is also fine. And then, yeah, let's, in terms of other things we can set up while we're here, let's, do I have... I only have 18 bits of landfill being delivered. One of the things I was wondering about was whether or not I have enough landfill sitting around to be able to do the landfill stuff we need to do over here. None of these bots are complaining. Well, they're complaining about not having these big power poles. I could have given them radars. I haven't paid attention to how far they've got done here, but they could be done now. That could be interesting. Let's... Why do I only have 2 of these? I kind of need more of these. Okay, so if I need... Wait, one of these... Okay, fine. The first thing we're going to ask for then is more of these. Like another... Yeah, 50, sure. But mostly I wanted to use this to request the stuff that I needed to make a rocket silo. Because we have rocket silos now. And yeah, I think we're going to do... We can actually fit all of this request in here, can't we? There's like 10 stacks each of steel and concrete, but it's mostly fine. So we're going to do that. We're going to assemble everything we need to make a silo, and we're going to have bots kind of deal with that. And we're going to come back later, once we've actually built the rest of the things that we need. Because all of this is pretty normal silo. That's not what we want. We want 200 of these things. All of these are fairly normal silo things. These things... I think there was something... Yeah. I need carbon fiber reinforced plastic, and I've also got too many pipes, but whatever, that's fine. So let's set the request here anyway. This is actually in the fusion stage, isn't it? This is the first of the fusion stage recipes that we've not actually built yet, but I think this is going to be the thing, hopefully a thing we get to build today. I've got, yeah, these energy providers are the things that I don't want to have, so bots can have them. I was going to take... Yeah, let's also take some of these things over to the other bot network that are presumably just getting things done. Yeah, here are some logistic chests we've got. We will just dump this stuff and have those other bots getting things done. Yeah, so we need to make this carbon fiber somewhere. Here's some coal. I think we've also got coal on the network. I could just also put it in a cell somewhere. I think the thing I want to do first before that is at least get this fuel reprocessing going, because it's currently... Oh, we've got we are just running this, which is nice. And then this, I need train carriages. I kind of need to get all of these things out of the way. So let's just let's get all those trees out of the way. Yeah. Then what over here we've got, we do have some bots free. Okay. Have all the rail, have all these things, have all these things, have all of those. Keep getting stuff done, I guess. Yeah. Do I have? I don't actually have a chem plant, do I? Okay. Because the thing that I concluded was, okay, let's just go back to, yeah, I guess we just go back here. Yeah, at some point we're going to wander out here and see how far the bots have got, but they're not complaining about not having anything, so... So maybe they've gone the entire way? That would be, like, nice, I guess. What are bots complaining about not having? So... I think that build is done then, isn't it? Because no jobs are complaining about not having bots. No bots are complaining about not having materials. So... Are they all just... Yeah, okay, so a bunch of roboforts just went down and bots are still doing anything. Okay, fine, that's fine, we can ignore that. Somewhere, I wanted... Have I actually built... I don't think I've automated... I'm not seeing anywhere I've automated chem plants, have I? So I guess we automate... Chem plants... Am I going to do this in any kind of structured way? Maybe. Maybe I also... want to automate refineries here, but I don't think I have much stone in the network at the moment. The main thing I wanted was... There's a bunch of other buildings over here in Fancy World that... In Fancy Mod World that are things that... Wait, what was it even... Oh, that's why. It's going to be on the other tab. It's going to be on the fusion stage. It's this one with the little red square on it. Yeah, this little thing here, this compound material facility. Because I think that is... yeah, it's the thing that makes our fiberglass and natural fiber reinforced plastic. And I think it's also the thing that... Yeah, it's the thing that makes our carbon fiber reinforced plastic. And then... Fiber makers I also need, so let's also Logimore fiber makers when we find those fiber makers. All this stuff is in the Logimore already, right? Like, I'm pretty sure... concrete might be an interesting thing. Of which I think we're probably just fine with. Okay, chem plants. I wanted chem plants. One of the reasons I did this is because I wanted... some number of chem plants, so that I could... Yeah, where's... Don't do that. Give me these. So now I've got a decent number of chests and I can go and set stuff up. Cool. Because to get the nuclear fuel reprocessing going, we need corrosive solution canisters. I think... Yeah, and we need a small number of corrosive solution canisters all the way out here to be doing this kind of reprocessing stuff, which I could train all the way out here, but because there's so few of them, I think I'm just going to logibot a thing. Logibotting a thing means that I can put this kind of anywhere based on things that have the stuff I want. But it also means I have to find a place that has the things I need to make the corrosive solution canister. And this is not the place I thought it was. This is... not that. Just, yeah, get rid of it. Where is... Oh, it was the fancy acid, wasn't it? Is it over here? Yeah. Over here is where I want it to be. That's not very far. We're just going to run. I also wanted... some wagons, because I don't actually think I have wagons yet, but maybe I can request those. Yeah, let's just, yeah, I'm gonna need wagons later, so let's drop a request for some number of wagons that I can just have bots bring me. I've got a logibot. I don't want a logibot. Okay, because I figured over here is probably pretty good, because like right here, in a very similar way to this, I can have a thing that makes lithium. Then in my chem plant, which is why I got chem plants, we can have... Which way round is this going to go? Is this going to be... It's not. I was wondering for a moment whether it was such a thing that this would let us put this right against here, but then I'd have to belt this over or something, which would be a bit of a pain. And let's put it like this, because I can still get one of these guys like so, and then the acidic water is still just here, which is nice. And then... So where is the acid? Because the thing is, the acid is getting pumped back in here. And then... Unless acid goes underneath these tanks here, which... Because all of these positions are already full with underground pipes. I could get it... You get acid through here. Like, I don't want to take acid from this link, because it's already being pumped out through here, and I might just not get the acid that I need to do this. Acidic water here, hydrofluoric... Oh, this... but this acidic water is full because it's being pumped into this build. This guy, yeah. Because I had a moment of wondering whether or not I could just put this thing over here, and the answer to that is going to be no, because this acidic water is full. Although I could also just have another tank here that pumps it. Yeah, we're going to leave it here. We're going to figure out how to make this work over here. Yeah, because other things I need. Lithium we're going to handle here. And presumably bots. Yeah, bots have got... Yeah, here's the bot that's going to bring me precisely that assembler, which is going to make me some lithium. So we've got lithium sorted. Then we have to figure out somewhere that water can be, which is... Okay, let's put this here, because I've just noticed there was also a water line here, which we're just going to grab. I think I'd rather be able to run through this, so we're going to do that, which is still going to work and be fine. Then we needed... I'm actually going to need a filter inserter here, aren't I? Because this has... Yeah, this was going to be request empty solution containers. Request empty solution containers? 20 of them? Sure. This one is going to passively provide full solution containers. Except that this actually needs to be done with... Why? Oh, I just clicked on the wrong kind of inserter. This needs to be done with a link to a chest, because this thing will spit out some small number of empty solution containers, which we're just going to have a filter inserter move back over to this one. But this also means that I can't just limit this box, because I won't have... Maybe I can limit the box? I don't really want to. We're going to do this the slightly safer way of saying if I have less than, say, 40 full solution containers. And now even with some of these, yeah, with some of these going around the loop, with some of these not working, this request, I'm making these in the Logimall. And I think also, isn't it the case that this reprocessing, yeah, sometimes there's only a 95% chance that I get a solution container back. So I will be slowly working through solution containers, but this will also just be fine, because this will request new ones from the mall. This will just continue providing them. This guy is going to get 2 speed modules, I have decided. I can't actually have prod mods. Okay, in that case it's only going to get 1 speed module. Yeah, and I'm going to run out of those things. Okay, fine. And then I also need to figure out how to get the acid in here, didn't I? Yeah, I think we're just going to go... That's going to feel pretty bad, but whatever. And then the acid, I think we are just going to run... Yeah, this guy's got my wagons that I wanted, which is nice. Yeah, I think it's going to feel pretty bad. But I think we are just going to run... we are just going to run our acid through here. This one, and then, yeah, there's kind of a power pole in the way, so we already feel bad about it, so we're just going to keep feeling bad about it. So we're getting acid over to here, and then, yeah, that's going to be acid supply, and we need to power these dudes, and then that there will be, yeah, so the water is ending up back over here, which is not a full line, which is good, so this one should always be able to run. And yeah, we should now have I need the filter inserter here, which I don't have and currently am not making, but that's fine. Okay, we're going to call that done. Because also, if I just have a small number of empty containers turning up in here, that's a thing that I will forget about, but be able to get around to later without too much of a problem. We'll just like put this inserter in later, it'll be fine. So let's go and make the fuel processing actually work, because that's the other remaining thing that we need. I mean, it's one of the remaining things. Should we go push some expansions while we're over this side of the base? Well, I don't have the grenades for it or the turrets. Okay. I think the answer to that is still going to be yes. This guy wants 2. And we're going to do a cheeky thing again. We're going to say, bring me... is this going to be in the way? Maybe it's going to be in the way. Let's put it over here. Bring me... I don't need all that many turrets. Bring me some number of grenades. I don't know if I have these in storage. Maybe we get those, maybe we don't know. Doesn't look like we do. Do I want to... Yeah, these bases aren't very big. We can probably push this without grenades. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, do that. We'll build this. We'll pick up this box and go and push these little expansions later. All of this is mostly kind of fine. This is the... Yeah, this is... I don't think I want too much of a buffer here at all, and I think we want to limit some of these things so that they're only... Yeah, I just had a nightmare that this was the non-modded kind of fuel, but it's actually the modded kind of fuel, which is good. Yeah, of course it is, because it's bringing in the ceramic composite. Yeah, fine. Okay, good. Because I want here this uranium fuel, some decent amount of it, but then the things we're going to bring back will be consumed uranium-235. Is that true? Do I want... I mean, because I do have the second wagon here. I think, yeah, I think we don't bother... I don't think we need to bother with this at all. I think we just need to limit the train. Let's actually check. I don't actually have... I wanted to check how big these stack sizes were. 200? So this is going to give us... I wanted like at least a stack on the train per reactor, and I'm going to have 8 reactors over there, so that looks like a decent amount of fuel stuff. And then this can just be... We can just roll this in. And that's fine. We're going to have a lot of fuel there. This guy here... The second wagon is going to be the processed version of the same. And that needs to end up on the outside of... In fact, yeah, another belt that's just going to go... let's not go there, let's go here. Okay, so we can put processed fuel in... We can put processed fuel in the second wagon, and it will end up back over here, because we're requesting... Yeah, we are requesting these solution canisters, in fact, for both of these things. And you've got... Yeah, you've got all of the consumed thorium rods, which is fine, and you're just requesting more of them, which is also fine. These ones are grabbing stuff from this belt, and then also putting it back on the same belt. So here we're going to have a mix of nuclear waste, uranium-233, some number of spent canisters, some plutonium. Okay, so I think we probably do just have to filter this stuff, don't we? I think we want to... The first filter we want is for empty solution containers, and then this one's to just go into a storage box, so it gets used with priority over the other kinds of... Yeah, so it gets used with priority over the request chests. Then we want... I guess we want nuclear fuel processing somewhere. That's also just not a thing that I've got set up at the moment, is it? Okay, let's have nuclear waste on kind of this side, and then we're just going to have... Yeah, this is just going to be just another sorry Mr. Feynman moment of we're just going to squirrel this into boxes and deal with it later. I'm pretty sure I have a thing that can deal with it, can't I? Yeah. I can just Logimall that. That is a thing I can put in the Logimall. Okay, nice. And then I've got plutonium and uranium-233, neither of which I really have a plan for at the moment. But let's just... I guess they're also just going in these containers. One of them I wanted to use for MOX fuel. One of them I wanted to use for other kinds of fuel. Do I have... I mean, what else? The thing is, I don't think I'm doing anything with these except going directly into the next kind of fuel. MOX fuel rods. I guess for the plutonium, I would have to decide whether or not I'm doing the high energy or the regular. But I think we're going to go with high energy anyway, because there's... Yeah, I've just looked at this, like, the fuel value. The fuel value is double for the high energy MOX fuel rods, and also we'll be able to get a pile of uranium out with Coverix anyway, so those ones going to be high energy, and uranium-233 can also just be fuel rods. So actually, if we had... Yeah, so we're going to have probably another request chest of this here. Is that true? I don't actually think that's true at all. I think we can get rid of this, but I actually want a copy of this, say, here, because that means... And then also let's fast insert it this guy, and then also 200 is a fine request, because now that this guy still has the ceramic composite it needs. But then I can also, with assemblers I don't have yet. Cool. Okay. Bots can put that back. You can have the things that you need. Yeah, and then, because over here the plan is, I'm pretty sure that these other fuel rods, yeah, uranium, the boring rocks, and also the composite, which we've both now got. So, with the belt that does this... And then... I guess I could also filter insert this. Like, what I'm thinking of at this point is doing just like a disgusting thing of... this. What are these stacked to? Oh, these are also only stacked to 1, which is probably fine. And maybe I do want this to go... Yeah, I think I do want this to go the other way this time. Because we're just building things in weird places. It's fine, don't worry about it. Yeah, that guy's in kind of a weird place. Not there, but... here. Yes. And then these guys get both of those inputs they want. And then... we'll do some... This one here needs to be a filter inserter, so we'll remember that needs to be a thing. Put a bunch of this stuff in here like this. So all of these reprocessed fuels will just end up down here. This is the uranium-233 one, so we're going to actually use this over here and set this one to the high-energy MOX fuels. But then I'd rather have this one so far. Yeah, so you can get all that stuff out of my inventory. I've got some nuclear waste here which I need to deal with as well. Bots are bringing stuff. I think we're just going to make all of this that we can and just put it in the network. I don't imagine that I will be short of how much of this stuff I have. This looks like it needs to go up, because it's just not present at the moment, although I did just dump a bunch of stuff in there. Okay, so I need some filter inserters. I also still need this nuclear waste stuff, which we're going to deal with at some point later, in the greatest traditions of not really dealing with nuclear waste. This can all just build up, which is probably fine. Do I want to turn this into an actual train station? I don't think I do. I think the belts here are going to buffer enough of this stuff that we're going to be completely fine. But I think now, yeah, there's a couple of bots with jobs. Bots are not complaining about not having anything, so maybe they're done with most of that grid, which would be pretty exciting. So I'm pretty happy logi-botting most of the rest of these things around the place. Like, these are things that have to go a long way from where they're being provided, but also in such small volumes that I'm kind of okay with it. So it looks like we've got a reprocessing plan, and we've got some nuclear waste here, and we've got the rest of this area to build nuclear waste stuff with, and there's a second spot that needs a filter inserter. Because yeah, all of empty solution containers, nuclear waste, 2 different types of fuel, and then the 2 different, we'll put all of them in here, and then filter inserter, the kind that needs to be hopped over to here, and that's kind of fine. And yeah, okay, sure. Let's go and just quickly deal with some dudes, because there's not too many of them. Long gone. Do I even have... I don't think I had a personal robot. I don't think I had a personal robot or anything like that. Bots are also still off. Also don't have the grenades, after having talked about how good the grenades were, so this is... kind of a high-risk play, but whatever. I could have done that with the shotgun as well, never mind. I don't even know if I have bots at the moment. As in whether or not I have bots on me, or whether or not I... Yeah, I think I just gave them all to Robot somewhere. Okay, so we're picking these things up by hand. That's fine. Let's get rid of these worms, because it's going to be easier than... do I not have PDLs in? Okay, I apparently don't have PDLs in either. That's probably also fine. Yeah, we can even just combat shotgun these behemoth worms. It's fine. These guys are going to run at me, and the gun turrets with a lot of bullet damage upgrades are going to deal with that. That poor spitter we're just going to run away from. Yeah, then these guys also don't get to be here anymore. Sucks to be them. Yeah, let's do some turret micro, because that's easier than me pointing the shotgun in any particular direction. And yeah, so that's that maintenance done. I'm not sure how... Yeah, I have no idea what the kind of the expansion timer is at the moment for whatever level of Evo. I should have checked what level of Evo I had. Never mind. Yeah, let's go back to the main base, because there's still things... why? Oh, I'm standing in... I wasn't actually in the train. I was standing in front of the train, and it was driving into me and hitting my shields. Cool. This is pretty fine. Most of these guys are going. I need a couple of filter inserters here. That's probably a thing I should lodge them all. I need to start making this nuclear waste stuff. This guy needs to get the fuel... Yeah, the reprocessed containers. Yeah, the containers for reprocessing things. Why? Because this train here, yeah, the only way I can get out here is... Yeah, okay, sure. Good station design. Okay, now we should be able to get to a place. There we go. Yeah, I think the stations are a bit of a weird setup that are not necessarily a great idea, but also whatever. Yeah, so the blue chips are working fine. Oh, I was going to check on the red chips. because I suspect they were kind of bad, but it turns out they're also completely fine. And I was wondering whether... Oh, we've even got green chips falling out into this green chip station. That was not what I was expecting. Okay, sure. Everything is good. It is an unexpected surprise that everything there is good. How are the labs doing? Is there any particular science color? I am short of purple science. Okay. That was not necessarily a surprise. There is yellow science stuff I can actually... How close would I be? Have I made... How many of these grid cubes have I made in, like, the history of everything? Because it's not very many, but... Where is... 746. That, with the 20% productivity bonus, is actually going to be enough to get this first beacon tech done, which is the one that is not going to unlock me having more beacons, but never mind. Okay, in that case, we'll continue on with... Yeah, this lead refining is a completely new thing that looks like it leads into a bunch of, fusion energy stuff. Sure, no idea. Then the gold refining and the titanium refining give me better recipes, which makes me think I'm going to need to do a lot of stuff with the rich water coming up. But that's going to take a lot of sciences that aren't yellow, and then I guess we can pivot back to the space science, because that was going to be what we were doing today, wasn't it? We were going to be automating... Yeah, we were going to be using these compound material facilities to make some titanium, which we actually can't do yet. What was I... Filter inserters was a thing that I decided I needed. Filter inserters. And yeah, you just make a bunch of filter inserters. I will have some filter inserters when you get around to it. No big deal, whatever. Then I've got a bunch of other things that I can just set recipes for here, which is kind of nice. Combat chest has no space in it, which is a bit of a shame. Okay. So let's go and check on how these guys are doing and see what exactly they've done. And where is the... Did I pick the train up? Do I now have... Because I don't remember picking that train up, and I don't remember having so few trains in my inventory, and I'm now wondering if I've got just a rogue train. Although, it should have been... Maybe I don't have that many trains because I used a train over the nuclear fuel or something. Let's check on the thing that should be running by now, which we just set up, which is over here. This looks like the pattern we've got. And the answer is... output full. The acidic water is full. Because it's after this pump. From the exact thing that I said of not wanting to connect the acidic water over here. Okay. That is a thing we can solve. This is why it's a good idea to be checking in with builds that you put in places to check that they're still running. So these pipes shouldn't connect, so the other acid shouldn't mix with the acidic water, and we should then get an output for this acidic water, and this guy should go back to making these solution canisters, so we should be processing fuel, so that's nice. Do I want to take any of... Let's not take any of that stuff at this point. Let's just go see how this bit of the network is doing. And then at some point elsewhere, while we're doing that, while we're having this nice little drive, the other thing that I definitely wanted to do was look at how to make this carbon fiber reinforced plastic, and in particular, figure out whether the ratios for these things were the same as the fiberglass reinforced plastic that I've already got a build that basically does kind of the same thing. 1 plastic, 1 fiberglass, 10 gas, 0.2 seconds. 2 plastic, 20 gas. So it's still 0.2 seconds. It's still mostly the same things. I think when I was doing this, I concluded that... Where is this fiberglass build? Is this the fiberglass build? This is... So, this is already... This is already 2 to 1. And then the next one uses twice as much plastic, which means we're probably productivity moduling this anyway, but I think most of this has the same station. Probably even like an identical station, because we still need to get the gas, we still need to get the coal. We change these recipes and we've got belts of stuff here into exactly the setup we want. I think we can take one of these belts around the other side and just build... I don't know if we're going to need this much space, because this, really only this half of it, or like this side, was the stuff that made the, like the fiber. The rest of this is just making the glass. But anyway, so it does look like most of the pattern for that carbon fiber reinforced plastic will be the same. How many bots do we have free? We have... So yeah, this construction has finished. Bots have just finished all of this. And I just haven't been here down enough and not put... Yeah, haven't been down here, haven't put radars down. And so, have no visibility of it, which is fine, I guess. Give me the train back. Okay, so, I think we want... Yeah, we definitely want that bit of the train network done. We then want... Yeah, because the thing I was actually wondering is this section here. Yeah, I think this is actually a good plan. I think we've got even... Actually, this is quite a large lake. Maybe I can do... Maybe here I can do not the 2x2 reactor core. Maybe here there's actually enough space to do a 2x3 reactor core and get even more power out. I think I'm going to have to think about a good layout for getting that done in between episodes, because I've got all the stuff to make that work. We just, yeah, we're kind of capping out on where the power grid is at the moment. And because I was previously thinking about having this grid here and this grid here both be power plants. But then, if I want to have, and also not knowing how far exactly this water goes, but then that means I'm needing to landfill things nearby to get more... In fact, things I think we're almost certainly definitely doing are landfilling all of this stuff here. Yeah, I'm not super concerned about keeping all these things intact anymore, because we've got a lot of water around the place. Yeah, landfilling all of this stuff so that we can have... is that in the wrong place? I think I did actually put that in the wrong place, didn't it? Yeah, so that... This thing here will be a cell that we will use. I think we're going to do... I think we're going to try and figure out how to fit a big reactor in there. Then we're going to want some more of these things around the place. Yeah, let's throw down some blueprints for some of these larger... and then also get rid of some of these things. I'm going to need to not be there, because we probably want to mine those resources. But yeah, we're going to have to... The aspect of taking a little bit more time to figure out where all these things are going to fit is something I will probably do between episodes. And those fish are going to be a bit sad. Oh well. Yeah, this is using up a bit of the water real estate, but I think I'm fine with that. Okay, so I think we're going to leave bots to get on with that, because I'm now in a position where I just need to figure out some nice geometries for larger power plants that we'll do in between, and we're going to go and make ourselves. We're going to go and figure out where we can have some nice carbon fiber being made. Why? So what? Somewhere there is a rail link that is not fit. Ah, because I've deleted all these things. Okay. I guess we're going to deal with that later, but for the moment that's going to be... Yeah, okay, sure. Good job, I guess. This one is the outbound one. Okay. And yeah, now we can get to places. Okay, so where are we going to make this carbon fiber stuff? Carbon fiber and reinforced plastic needs coal and gas, and might need to be two tiles, might only need to be one tile. Yeah, because this I can build, this little interchange here I can build differently to save another 2 or 3 squares. This all could be done slightly differently as well. I think I mostly like this as a pattern. I think, okay, so the things I want to do are carbon fiber, 6 coal, 2 seconds versus fiberglass. What does fiberglass look like? Fiberglass looks like this. 2 glass, 2 seconds. Okay, so if I need... Do I need the same amount of fiberglass as I need for... So I still just need one of these things. So the ratio of fiber makers to compound material facilities will be the same for this new thing, because the carbon fiber recipe is still 2 seconds, and the reinforced plastic recipe is still 0.2 seconds, which is the same as we had for, yeah, fiberglass 2 seconds, reinforced plastic 1 fiberglass 0.2 seconds. Let's check that there aren't any other multiples of things coming. No, they're just 1 each. Okay, fine. So that means that for 4 of these things, I still want... Yeah, I still want 24 of the fiber makers, which means we are going to have to put this in 2 tiles next to each other, rather than just in 1 tile. Oh well. Let's put it over here for no particular reason. We'll just move things around the place. It'll be fine. Okay, so where am I putting it? I decided I was putting it over here where there was some amount of space. Because I have train tiles, train stations, which is fine. Yeah, we're coming up on the end of the episode, as long as we don't overrun this too badly. The other thing I wanted to quickly check is, how are you guys doing on how much stuff you have? You don't have any kind of surplus, because I was requesting them down here, and I've got pretty much what I need for a full power plant. So I could just go and build that. I could just go and build that in between if I figure out a geometry I like. But in between, let's at least kick this thing off. So first of all, this tile that's next to me, I'm not doing anything with. So we can drop some solar in here, which is going to be nice. This tile here also, I'm also not doing anything with, but it's got some trees in, so we're going to leave it. And then this pattern here, basically all of this is a pattern that I'm going to want here. Yes. So we're going to request some gas. Yeah, so we're going to request some gas. We're going to put gas in these silos. These compound facility machines we will turn into the fiberglass stuff instead. Do I have combinators? I do. Do I have train stations? I didn't get the call request station. Okay, let's get the call request station as well. It's kind of a big deal. That's not what I was looking for. Over here is also not what I was looking for. It's down here. Yeah, this guy just here. Wants to be there? No, incorrect. Wants to be over here. Yeah, that looks much better. Okay, this coal line is not a line that's going to be going anywhere. This coal line we have to run up here somewhere, or possibly even over... Yeah, I think it's going to be over here, isn't it? Because we're going to have a lot of crushers. These things I probably... Do I want to leave a bit more space? I think I might want to do things into boxes, stack inserters in, with a little more space, because that means that I can have space for high-powered modules in there, which is going to be good. This is... Yeah, so this is call request. The other reason why I was thinking about trains is this here is going to be... have carbon fiber reinforced plastic, which we're not going to bother using all the words for, but it's fine. Fusion stage. We're automating fusion stage things. That's exciting. Then this thing needs to sum over exactly those things. Fusion stage. Okay, so this is also... Really? I still had that kind of fuel plan in... Let's just check that other train station. Oh, it is. That's pretty funny. We're making things better. So this train will get fueled with better fuel. And yeah, let's clip all of this stuff. Is that carbon fiber reinforced plastic going into... It is. This is actually not something I want there at all, because we're doing this with trains at the moment. And these ones are probably not really being used, but also that's a nice thing to have spotted. Then all of this stuff, maybe I could do this with the red belt instead, but I want to take this whole thing here and move it back by one more square. Yes. And then also these things want to disappear, and we want a pattern where, yeah, so that still has to connect, and then we want these guys with 2 stacks of plastic each? Sure. And then these guys... I'm pretty sure these things wanted a lot of stuff pretty quickly. But this should allow us... Yeah, to be able to fit beacons in here, which is also a thing we want to do. So we've got beacon space for later, because these things are probably going to be used for the... Yeah, because we have fancy... Somewhere we do not have fancy modules, because we do not have... Okay, that is strange. This, I think, will be the thing that we set up. Yeah, we can have all of this one tile further this way. Okay, so that's set up again. Next time we will be able to... Yeah, take this coal feed, put it over here. Maybe I even need more coal than that. Maybe I need to rearrange this station a bit. But I think I've got space to do that. What we are going to do for the last thing, as bots building stuff, is go and figure out why... I'm not making ProdMod 2s and the fancy upgraded module... Oh, did ProdMod 2s also need module cores? That's gonna be the thing, isn't it? Yeah, these guys have got nowhere to get module cores, which is over here. So actually, what I should do is run this belt straight through, and then this belt also through, in a way that's gonna look horrendous. But oh well. yeah, this belt here. Yeah, this is going to look really bad. And is also going to need some red undergrounds because the train station is in the way. Okay, that should be that fixed though in some sense. How many of these do I? Yeah, I've got a lot of these. Give me 300 of these because that will mean that I can just hand feed you guys 300 of each of them. So you guys are now happily working. We're going to get some fancy... If these guys give me two prod mod 2s, I think yeah, these will in fact... You've got... So you stopped, then what did you need? Oh, you need... Yeah, okay, so yeah. So I had the prod mod 1s from here. This guy didn't have the prod mod 2s, and that's why I didn't have these fancy things. That's all fine. We're working on useful techs for processing things later. We figured out that the power plant build that we want to do will work. The main mall, that's not the loop that I wanted to look at, this is the loop that I wanted to look at, is doing mall things. Yeah, this is all looking pretty fine. And then, yeah, so next time we will go and finish building... Where's the thing we just started building? Here? Here's the thing we just started building. We'll go finish building this. We will make some carbon fiber reinforced plastic. Once we've done that, we'll be able to build a silo. This silo tank here kind of needs to be positioned so that this thing can unload, but also so this train station can turn off. There we go. And yeah, I think we're kind of working towards launching rockets. Although I think the only way that's going to happen is... Like, I don't want to launch rockets for the sake of launching rockets. We've also kind of got to get space science going first. But also we've got low density structure, but we don't have rocket fuel and we don't have RCUs. But yeah, more things to build later. This is generally pretty good. We definitely have some kind of progress. Also making a big power plant going to happen as well. Yeah, lots of things. Good things.